During that first year, I hook up new veterans with more seasoned veterans through the mentorship program, and the services that they offer can be quite simple, such as a tour around campus, but also it could be more in-depth.
There are many different models that relate to mentoring. The peer-to-peer model, it could be the traditional model where you have a faculty member assigned to a student veteran or service member, as well as the distance, which it can be through Skype or other applications that can provide those who are in a distant setting.
Well, the mentoring program, basically what I do is I take students that possibly do not have an idea or a clear path on what they need to be doing. So I'll take them and personally sit down with them, go over their objectives, go over their goals, go over what they think that they should be doing.
After all, they are the student veterans on campus, and they, better than myself, would know what would benefit other student veterans. So many times I've had one of my mentors who's graduating come back to me and say, Heather, I couldn't have done this if I hadn't first come to this program and been a mentee and then a mentor, and so it is extremely valuable to them.
The VA work-study program is for veterans who are on a full-time or three-quarters time basis. The veteran has the opportunity to learn more about the VA and the different programs they have to offer, as well as to get the opportunity to get some work experience.
Since I started out with the work study, it led me into the mentoring role. So I got to learn a little bit more about how the VA education system works, and I was able to, I guess, suggest and advise to students what they could be doing. And basically the work study program also gave other veterans a veteran to talk to.
Welcome to VA and DoD's eBenefits web portal. The following video will walk you through the step-by-step process for obtaining a DoD self-service logon, also known as a DS logon, which allows you to get free premium eBenefits access. A DS logon is a secure identity, username and password, that is used by various DoD and VA websites, including eBenefits. If you are already registered in the Defense Enrollment Eligibility Reporting System, known as DEERS, you are eligible for a DS logon. Once you have a DS logon, it is your permanent logon ID in providing identity authentication. How can you obtain a DS logon? By registering for an eBenefits account. When registering for an account, you will be asked a series of questions to assist you in obtaining a DS logon Level 2 eBenefits premium account, and to verify your identity. With a premium account, you can view personal data about yourself in VA and DoD systems, apply for benefits online, check the status of your claims, update your address records, and more. Let's get started by clicking on Register in the upper right-hand corner. This will guide you to the DS Logon registration wizard. Now you must select one of the 4 methods of registration. Before we continue, let's explain each option. The first option requires you to register with your Common Access Card or CAC. This applies if you're a service member, active guard or reserve, or a DoD civilian employee, or DoD contractor with a CAC. If you have a CAC, you must use it to register. This will automatically provide you with a Level 2 DS logon and premium eBenefits access. The second option applies to a retiree and dependents with an active DoD ID card and email address on file in DEERS. Note, dependents must be 18 years or older. The third option requires a MyPay account. This may be used by retirees, but you will have to wait for an activation code to be mailed to you in order to obtain Level 2 premium access. To receive immediate access to eBenefits, retirees can choose to verify their identity through the step-by-step remote proofing process. If the first 3 options do not apply to you, or you are a retiree and don't want to wait for a mailed activation code, select the 4th option, which verifies your identity remotely using DEERS. To continue the registration process, fill in your personal information to locate your record in DEERS. Your first and last name are required, along with your social security number and date of birth. Your name must be an exact match to the name stored in DEERS. Do not use abbreviated names or nicknames. Note: if you are enrolled in DEERS but your name has changed since you served, please contact the DMDC Support Office, DSO, at 1-800-538-9552 for assistance to change your name in DEERS. If you are not found in DEERS, you will be directed to submit a request to the Inquiry Routing Information System, also known as IRIS. This will allow you to contact VA to have your identity validated and added to DEERS. To submit an inquiry to IRIS, go to iris.custhelp.com/app/ask. Scroll down to the topic field and select Veteran Not in DEERS, Add. Under the subtopic field, select Can't Register, Not in DEERS message. Complete the rest of the contact information and submit. Your submission will then allow you to be added to DEERS, normally within 72 hours, so that you can complete registration. A VA representative will contact you within 2 to 3 business days once processed. You may also call the VA at 800-827-1000, option 7 for assistance. If you are in DEERS, the next step will ask you to create a password. Be sure to follow the on-screen security tips. Once you have created, written down, and confirmed your password, click Continue. You will then be asked to select and answer 5 challenge questions from the options provided. Then, click Continue. The next step is to select an image and create a short phrase. These will eventually display on your personal profile page. Once complete, click Continue. Once the registration is completed, you will be assigned a username. Be sure to write down your username as displayed on the screen. To protect your eBenefits account, we recommend that you do not keep a record of your username and password together. The next step is to upgrade your account for premium access. Click Begin to get started. Please note that if your address is not in DEERS, you will be asked to provide this information before upgrading your account. You will be asked 4 remote proofing questions to verify your identity. You have 4 minutes to select the correct answers and click Submit. If one question is answered incorrectly, an extra question will be asked. It is important to note that if you cannot answer the questions after 2 attempts, you will not be able to continue and will have to wait 72 hours before you can attempt to upgrade your account online again. If you receive VA funds via direct deposit, you can participate in remote telephone proofing by calling 1-800-827-1000 and selecting option 7. If you are still unable to upgrade online, you can visit your VA regional office to provide proof of your identity in person. Note: until your upgrade is complete, you will only have basic access. After successful completion, you will receive this confirmation page. You may now go back to the eBenefits homepage and log in. If you need further assistance regarding registration on eBenefits, contact 1-800-827-1000, option 7.
Thank you for watching. How to add a dependent through eBenefits, Part 2. Welcome to VA and DoD's eBenefits web portal. In Part 1 of this video series, we covered the process for adding a dependent spouse and child under the age of 18. In the following video, we will walk through the step-by-step process for adding a dependent child over the age of 18. As a reminder, VA recommends you file your dependency claim through eBenefits, even if you already have a paper dependency claim pending. Filing online gives you a faster, and in some cases a same-day response, and your payments can begin more quickly. Once your paper claim is processed and reconciled, your back pay will be adjusted accordingly. To begin your electronic dependency claim, you will follow the process outlined in Part 1 for adding a dependent child.
Once those initial steps have been completed, you must answer a few more questions about your dependent if they are over the age of 18. Here you will be asked to complete your child's current address at school and whether he or she is enrolled full-time or part-time. You will then be asked to indicate the number of sessions per week that your child attends school and what kind of school they attend. Input the school name and address in the following screens. Then fill out the date your child started attending that school, as well as his or her expected graduation date. Enter his or her course information and the date when the course started. Indicate if your child received child government tuition assistance and if they attended school prior to this application. If you indicate your child received child government tuition, you will need to answer a few additional questions related to this benefit. If he or she has attended a school prior to the application, you must also provide the previous school's address and the name and then click Next. In addition, you must state your child's school hours per week, sessions per week, and the start date when they attended their previous school. The school will then be listed in the summary seen here. The next screen shows that the second dependent, along with the school information, has been added to the application. If your child is an adopted child, VA requires that appropriate documentation be uploaded. Note, the maximum file size is 5 MB, and only the following file types may be used: PDF unlocked, JPG, JPEG, GIF, TIFF, BMP, and TXT. Click the Upload button to provide the requested evidence of adoption. From the drop-down list, select the document type to be uploaded. Once the document type has been selected, click the Upload a File button to select and upload your file. Note, you will need to select the Upload a File button again if the upload fails or you wish to replace the file. The last file selected will be added to your application when you click Save and Continue. The following screen shows that the document has been successfully uploaded. Once all required documents have been uploaded, click Save and Continue. Once you have verified and/or updated your personal information, added dependents, and uploaded the necessary documentation, the application is reviewed by the system. The system displays any problems with the information you submitted. Make sure you read and address all errors and warnings as applicable. If no errors or warnings are found or detected, click Save and Continue. A summary of the application is now ready for your final review. Review the summary information to make sure it is correct. Then click Save and Continue. A certification screen is displayed for final validation. Review the information and check the box if you agree. Click Submit your application to the VA. You have successfully completed your application to add a dependent child to your award. Note, you may submit a dependency claim through eBenefits, even if you previously submitted the claim to the regional office and it is still processing. For applications processed quicker through eBenefits, VA will still review your previous application to ensure benefits are paid to the correct retroactive effective date. In some cases, your request to add a dependent may not be immediately processed through the system. If this occurs, you will receive a 130 reject notification to alert you that further processing is required. This does not mean that your dependent request has been denied. It is being referred to a regional office for further processing. Do not resubmit your dependent information. You will be able to view the pending dependency claim in your eBenefits account. Some of the most common reasons for receiving this notification include requests where a veteran uploaded a document, including documents to add an adopted child. Note, do not attach any additional documents to your dependent application unless you are prompted to. A Social Security number has not been provided for a dependent child or spouse. Dependents already on the award need to be modified to include all the dependency information. Missing complete marital history. Requests where reported dates overlap. Requests where the dependent is already in VA's corporate database as a beneficiary or employee. If you need further assistance regarding registration on eBenefits, contact 1-800-827-1000, option 7.
Overview of VA Form 21-527EZ Application for Pension, Part 1. This is Part 1 of a two-part video series. This part will provide a general overview and cover topics related to pages 1 through 4 of VA Form 21-527EZ. The Department of Veterans Affairs helps veterans and their families cope with financial challenges by providing supplemental income through the Veterans Pension and Survivors Pension benefit programs. Veterans Pension is a tax-free monetary benefit available to low-income wartime veterans who meet certain age or non-service-connected disability requirements. The fastest way to apply for Veterans Pension is through the Fully Developed Claims, or FDC program, using VA Form 21-527EZ Application for Pension. let's take a moment to review the service requirements needed to qualify for a VA pension. Generally, you must have at least 90 days of active military, naval, or air service with at least 1 day during a wartime period to qualify. If you entered active duty after September 7, 1980, or officers who entered after October 16, 1981, you must have served at least 24 months or the full period for which you were called to active duty, with some exceptions, with at least 1 day during a wartime period. In addition to meeting minimum service requirements, you may be eligible if you are age 65 or older, or you are totally and permanently disabled. Supporting medical evidence may show that you are a patient in a nursing home receiving skilled nursing care or receiving Social Security disability benefits. In addition, your yearly family income must be less than the amount set by Congress to qualify for the Veterans Pension benefit. Veterans who are eligible for VA pension and are housebound or require the aid and attendance of another person may be eligible for an additional monetary payment. Before you file a pension claim, VA strongly encourages you to work with an accredited Veterans Service Organization, or VSO, to assist you with your claim. A VSO can help you gather evidence and ensure that you are submitting a completed claim. Best of all, their service is free to you. You can find an accredited VSO online by going to eBenefits at www.ebenefits.va.gov or by calling 1-800-827-1000. Now let's walk through VA Form 21-527EZ. The notice, which reviews the pension filing process, can be found on the first 4 pages of the EZ form, while the last 4 pages contain the actual application. The first section on page 1 explains the criteria for applying for pension through the FDC program. It's important to note that all relevant and required information must be submitted at the same time as the claim to qualify as an FDC. If additional information is submitted after the claim is filed, the claim will be rerouted from the faster FDC program to the standard claims process. Pay close attention to the Special Circumstances box within the criteria. If any of these special circumstances applies to you, you must submit the corresponding documentation and/or form along with the rest of your application. For example, if you wish to claim non-service-connected pension with aid and attendance, you must also submit a completed VA Form 21-2680, examination for housebound status or permanent need for regular aid and attendance. Page 2 explains the benefits of filing a fully developed claim. It is the fastest way to get a claim processed, and there is no risk to participate. If it is determined that your claim does not qualify for the FDC program for reasons such as insufficient evidence, it will simply be rerouted to the standard claims process. Your claim will still be processed, but not within the faster time frame. Page 2 also provides a side-by-side comparison of the FDC program and the standard claims process. When filing an FDC pension claim, VA will help obtain certain evidence needed for your claim. Just like the standard claims process, VA can retrieve relevant records from a federal facility and may also provide a medical examination or get a medical opinion if it is necessary for a claim. In the standard claims process, VA will make every reasonable effort to obtain relevant records not held by a federal facility. In the FDC program, you must provide all of this information when you submit your claim. This allows VA to process your claim faster. Remember, in order to qualify for the FDC program, all information and evidence must be submitted simultaneously with your claim. However, if you choose to go through the standard claims process instead, you have 1 year to submit all of your documents after the initial claim application has been received. You should be sure to submit your documents as soon as possible to obtain a faster decision on your claim. Page 2 also explains where applicants should submit their application. Currently, FDC pension claims cannot be filed electronically on the eBenefits website. All FDC pension claim applications must be either mailed to your local pension management center or delivered in person to your local VA office. Visit www.va.gov/directory to use the VA facility locator to find the VA Regional Benefits Office closest to you, or get help by calling 1-800-827-1000. Pages 3 through 4 outline what the evidence must show to support your claim, depending on the type of pension claim you are filing. Evidence tables provide clear instructions regarding required evidence for each type of claim. This helps confirm that you are submitting all necessary paperwork to complete your FDC claim. Remember, failure to submit all necessary documents up front may result in your claim being rerouted from the FDC program to the standard claims process. This is where a VSO can be particularly helpful to you. The evidence tables clearly state what must be submitted to support a non-service-connected pension claim, non-service-connected pension with aid in attendance or housebound benefits claim, and/or a claim for a helpless child. Page 4 also briefly explains how VA determines the effective date of a claim. For most claims, the date of entitlement will be based on the day VA receives the claim. For higher pension levels, the effective date may be the date when medical evidence first shows entitlement. This page also provides important resources about the FDC program and VA benefits, including the VA FDC webpage at www.benefits.va.gov/FDC, VA resources on benefits including www.va.gov, the VA IRIS system at iris.va.gov, which is a secure web-based messaging application for VA website visitors to communicate with VA electronically, and the number for VA's Pension Call Center, 1-877-294-6380. If you use a telecommunications device for the deaf, TDD, the number is 711. Remember to watch Part 2 to learn about filling out the application portion of VA Form 21-527EZ. Overview of VA Form 21-527EZ Application for Pension, Part 2. This is Part 2 of a two-part series. This part will cover topics related to pages 5 through 8, the application portion of VA Form 21-527EZ. You have the option to handwrite or fill out this form electronically on your computer. However, a completed form must be printed, signed, and either mailed to your local pension management center or delivered in person to the closest VA Regional Benefits office. Section 1 requires you to provide basic identification and claims information. If you are applying based on being age 65 or older and not based on disability, mark NA in item 9 and 10. If you cannot work due to a disability, list the disability as well as the VA medical centers where you were treated for it. VA will request treatment records from VA medical facilities. When describing disabilities, be as specific as possible. For example, if you've claimed a disability for your knee, specify it was the right or left knee, whether it was sprained or replaced, and so on. Details help move things along more quickly. Fill out your service information in Section 2, including information such as branch of service, service dates, and whether or not you received military pay. All fields in this section are required and should be filled out completely. Section 3 requires you to fill out your work history, listing your employment, including self-employment, for 1 year before you became disabled to the present. If you need more space than is allotted on the form, list the employment history on a separate sheet of paper and attach it to your application. You are then asked to fill out your marital status in Section 4. If you have been divorced or your spouse is deceased, divorce documents and/or death certificates should be included with the application. Section 5 contains current marital information. If you are not currently married, skip Section 5 and move on to Section 6, which asks for information on dependent children if you have any. Items 24A through 24D in Section 6 must be filled out for any dependent children listed in 23A that do not live with you. Page 7 of the application includes 2 sections on income verification. To be eligible for a VA pension, your accountable family income must fall below the annual limit set by Congress. In Section 7, you must fill out information about your net worth and the net worth of your dependents, if any. Be sure to identify the specific owner for each net worth source. No items can be left blank. If the household has no net worth in a particular source, write 0 or none. Section 8 relates to your monthly household income, including the income of your dependents. As with Section 7, make sure you specify the specific income recipient for each income source. Leave no items blank. Again, if your household has no income in a particular source, write 0 or none. In Section 9, you must record your expected income for the next 12 months for your household, including your dependents, if any. The specific income recipient must be identified for each income source. If no income is expected to be received for a particular source, write 0 or none. You will also need to provide any medical, legal, or other unreimbursed expenses that may be deductible from your income in Section 10. This includes a Medicare deduction you paid for yourself or for your relatives who live in your household. Unreimbursed last illness and burial expenses, in addition to educational or vocational rehabilitation expenses, should also be listed. Do not include any expenses for which you have been reimbursed. When listing net worth, income, or expenses, if you are in doubt as to whether something will be counted or deducted, you should list it. The VA employee who reviews the claim will determine which sources of net worth or income are counted and which expenses are deducted. On page 8, Section 11 covers the information for setting up a direct deposit for your pension payments. The Department of Treasury requires all federal benefit payments to be made in this manner. If you do not have a bank account, you must sign up for a Direct Express debit MasterCard at www.usdirectexpress.com or by calling the toll-free number provided in this section of the form. To identify and locate the correct routing and account numbers on the bottom of your personal check, follow the example. The routing number is indicated by 9 digits surrounded by a line and a colon. The account number should be the middle number located on the check. Section 12 covers the claims certification and signature requirement. Before signing Section 12, make sure that all information included in the application is accurate and complete. If you wish to submit additional documents after your claim has been filed, check the box in Item 32. However, a fully developed claim can only be filed if all relevant and required information is submitted at the time of the claim. By selecting this box, your claim will be filed through the standard claims process. If you sign with an X, you will need 2 witnesses to sign the document to verify your identity. Once the application is complete, it can be submitted with all supporting documents by mail to your local pension management center or by visiting the local office in person. Again, before submitting your application, work with your appointed VSO to review your completed application. To review, here are a few helpful hints and reminders to keep in mind when you file VA Form 21-527EZ for pension benefits. Make sure you read all VA materials carefully. Be certain that all forms are filled out completely and that no areas are left blank. Claimed disabilities should be as clear and specific as possible. Submit all copies of your private medical records, marital documents, dependent forms, and income and net worth information along with your application. All materials must be submitted at the same time in order to qualify as an FDC. Remember to work with a VSO to help with the FDC application process and gathering of documents. Visit www.benefits.va.gov/FDC or call 1-877-294-6380 for more information or assistance. Remember that VA and its partners are here for you and all of your benefits needs. If you have not already done so, please watch Part 1 to learn more about pages 1 through 4 of VA Form 21. General overview of the FDC program. Section 4 of 6. This overview is broken up into 6 short sections to highlight each of the key features of the FDC program eClaims process. Each video covers a section. Please be sure to watch all of the videos in the series to gain a better understanding of the program. Section 4. Filing an electronic FDC for disability compensation. In this section, we will explain why filing an electronic claim or eClaim through eBenefits is most beneficial. As part of VBA's transformation efforts, veterans can now file an eClaim for disability compensation through the eBenefits portal to help increase claims efficiency. Veterans can file this claim using the FDC program for the fastest processing. eBenefits is a joint VA and Department of Defense, or DoD, online portal that uses secure credentials to allow access to resources and self-service capabilities. Service members, veterans, and their families can use eBenefits to research, access, and manage their VA and military benefits and personal information. To file an eClaim online through the eBenefits portal, Veterans will first need to register for a free premium eBenefits account at www.ebenefits.va.gov. You can view a step-by-step video on how to create a free premium eBenefits account by watching the How to Get a DS Logon for eBenefits video on the home page. When a veteran is ready to start their disability compensation claim, they will visit the Compensation Claims area under the Apply for Benefits tab and click Apply Now. VA's electronic claims processing system has integrated the FDC compensation application into the eBenefits website, allowing veterans to submit a claim online in an electronic interview process that pre-populates fields with information VA has on file. There are 11 basic steps to filing an electronic FDC through eBenefits. A detailed walkthrough of these steps can be found on the VA website at www.benefits.va.gov/FDC/walkthrough. Veterans can also visit VBA's Media and Publications page and watch the step-by-step filing of an electronic FDC video for reference. Veterans have 1 year to gather, upload, and submit all of their required documentation after they initiate their claim through eBenefits. If their claim is awarded, benefits could be paid back to the day the claim was initiated. Once a veteran files an online claim through eBenefits, they can check the status of their claim at any time by clicking the View My Status tab on the eBenefits home screen. In the event that veterans cannot access the internet to file online, they may work with their accredited VSO, who can help them file electronically or file their FDC for disability compensation on VA Form 21-526EZ, Application for Disability Compensation and Related Compensation Benefits. If a veteran needs any assistance filing their FDC, they should reach out to their appointed VSO or call 1-800-827-1000 for assistance. This concludes Section 4. To learn more, continue on to Section 5 of the series. To view the rest of the videos in this series, as well as additional videos referenced during this overview, visit the VBA Media and Public. General Overview of the FDC Program. Section 1 of 6. Providing veterans and their families with the best service and support is a key priority for the Department of Veterans Affairs, VA. That's why VA is promoting its fully developed claims program and electronic claims submission, also known as eClaims, to offer veterans and survivors faster decisions from VA on compensation, pension, and surviving dependent benefit claims. To help you better understand and promote these benefits and resources, this video series will share an overview of the FDC program, show how a claimant can appoint a Veteran Service Organization or VSO to receive assistance with the claims process, and explain the benefits of submitting an electronic FDC for disability compensation through eBenefits. This overview is broken up into 6 short sections to highlight each of the key features of the FDC program eClaims process. Each video covers a section. Please be sure to watch all of the videos in the series to gain a better understanding of the program. Section 1. VA Benefits, Who is Eligible, and Claim Types. This first section contains a brief overview of the benefits that veterans and survivors can apply for using the FDC program. Veterans may qualify for VA benefits such as compensation or pension, while their survivors may qualify for survivor's pension or dependency and indemnity compensation. So what exactly is disability compensation? Service-connected disability compensation is paid to veterans who have a disability that arose during military service, was worsened or aggravated by service, or is presumed by VA to be related to military service. Veterans can receive disability compensation for both physical and psychological injuries and illnesses. Another type of benefit is VA pension. Pension is paid to wartime veterans with limited or no income and who are 65 or older or permanently and totally disabled due to a non-service-connected cause. In addition, VA offers survivor's pension to low-income, unremarried surviving spouses and/or unmarried dependent children of deceased veterans with wartime service. VA also offers dependency and indemnity compensation, or DIC. DIC is a monetary benefit paid to eligible survivors of military service members who died in the line of duty, or eligible survivors of veterans whose death resulted from a service-connected injury or disease, or who were totally disabled due to service-connected conditions for a certain period of time. This may include a spouse, unmarried dependent children, and in some cases, parents of deceased veterans. You can learn more about each of these benefits, including eligibility requirements, qualifications, and rating guidelines, by visiting the VBA website at www.benefits.va.gov. Now that we've covered some of the types of benefits VA offers, it's important to know how access to these benefits is improving. As part of VBA's transformation efforts, VA has made the benefit claims process easier and more efficient. This new process transforms the way VA handles benefit claims, gives veterans more power in the claim filing process, uses resources to better meet veterans' needs, and allows VA to interact with veterans and other claimants more efficiently. An important part of this effort is VA's fully developed claims program, or the FDC program, which allows veterans and survivors to receive the fastest decisions on their claims. VA also provides veterans with the option of filing an electronic FDC for disability compensation through its secure eBenefits web portal. Veterans can file their electronic claim, or eClaim, by following the step-by-step process on the eBenefits website. This reduces paperwork, allows for faster claim processing, and gets veterans faster claim decisions. eBenefits and the eClaim process will be explained in more detail in Section 4. This concludes Section 1. To learn more, continue on to Section 2 of the series. To view the rest of the videos in this series, as well as additional videos referenced during this overview, visit the VBA Media and Publications page, or the VBA YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/user/VA Vet.